Good afternoon, this is Stouffville Now, and I'm your host, Sarah Newton. Thank you for tuning in today. On the show, Edward Nelles and I have a chance to sit down with Rob Hargrave, now Councillor of Ward 6, who's just recently thrown his hat into the ring for the next election, in hopes to continue on as Councillor of Ward 6. Let's see what he has to say.
We have Councillor Rob Hargraves with us today, and we've been having a conversation with him, most specifically in the upcoming election. Now, as you look forward to the next term for council, what is the big problem? What are the biggest issues that the council is likely to face?
We really have, there's two things that are going to be in front of us. One is the build of the Memorial Park and the expansion of the Lebovic Centre and the library. That is the largest capital project that is going to undertake this town in its history. Mm-hmm. So you've got about $34 million going into the ground there. So we've got to make sure that we're going to properly put that in on time and on budget. And that's not going to be an easy undertaking. There are some, I'm going to say, we need public support. We had one public meeting where only, I'd say, 50 people came out. Mm-hmm. We need a bigger input. And the next one is April 16th at the Lebovic Centre. So people come out, and really we need your input as far as what we're doing and how it's going to be designed. Because once this is designed and put it in the ground, it's going to be there for many, many years. Mm-hmm. So, people come back and they say, well, I didn't know about it. We advertise enough in the paper, and I'm on Whistle Radio today, expounding on it. We want to hear your feedback, because that's going to make the build-out proper, and it's going to make it right for everybody. Secondly is we have Phase 3 lands that are going to be approved within the next council that will bring approximately 4,000 homes to this community. And that development is going to be northwest of the sales barn. And that's huge, because when I was elected back in 2003, they had 5,000 homes. So we're under development again. We're under expansion. And these things have to be managed. These are... The Phase 3 lands will bring in about $40 million worth of DC charges. Wow. And what I say about DC charges, you can't mismanage them.
You can't spend it twice.
No, and you really have to make sure that those dollars are put into the right thing, and that's infrastructure. So when you look at the next council, although people say the town is evolving, it's going to require management and thought and fiscal responsibility to maintain what we have. And go ahead.
I was just going to say the build-out is underway, and of course the moraine legislation is up for review in 2015. I was at a meeting the other day in which a real estate professional said we need more land to sell. Can't we reduce the moraine land? We can sell more land. But how sacrosanct do you think those moraine boundaries are?
That is... Well, if you're a farmer on top of the moraine, you definitely want to see those policies reduced. But if you're from a total community aspect, I think the moraine policy is excellent, the way it's set up. Are all of the lands frozen? Do they deserve to be in that state? I don't know. I mean, I think I call them fingers that could be taken out of the moraine. When you look at the land just west of Power Center, all that farmland, that really should be developed. It's not on top of the moraine.
It's not integral.
Not integral. I mean, and that's a community thing that could happen. But when you start going towards the northern boundaries, up there in Ballantrae and that, absolutely. Because I think that's a uniqueness. I mean, you can start paving over everything. Yeah. And, I look at just south of the town, and I don't talk about paving, but there's an airport proposed there. Yeah. And that's sad, because that's the best farmland that we have in southern Ontario.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Now, the mayor has been very vocal in saying that this council has worked together very, very well, Councillor Hargraves. And I'm wondering, what do you think the success of the council is due to, and how will you engineer the same sort of productivity in next year's council?
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of working with these people for 10 years. I honestly say I've come from a background of large corporations, Fortune 500s, where handled portfolios of $20-30 million in my business group, and I've worked with some executives there. This council has been excellent. We're diverse. They're very informed. I think every council meeting I've attended, everybody has done their due diligence, read the reports, have put the efforts into the meetings, and that's wonderful. Do we agree to disagree? Absolutely. We've had some issues where, I don't see it the same way, but the end result, what we come back to, is the right thing for the community. As I said, it's a great opportunity to work with them. Going forward, again, I look at the residents. You are the HR person of this town. You better select the board of governors that are going to equal what you had in the past. Mm-hmm. And, we can't please everybody. You're never going to get 100% consensus. There's always going to be some distractors, and rightfully so. That's their opinion. But overall, what we've done for this community has been fabulous.
I think
96% of the people that live here love it. So,
mm-hmm.
I mean,
you must be doing something.
Yeah,
right.
You got to do something right. But that's not all the time, right? I mean, I hear enough the failures of what we haven't done. But overall, it's been a pleasure to work with these people.